goal, which is basically that deadline, that end date, it creates a sense of urgency, in a sense of, it needs to get done. And so that's how you want to put your mindset in of this goal. This is something that needs to get done, because if you don't put an end date on it, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to achieve it whenever. And if you have a whenever type of goal, it's never going to get done. Hello, beautiful people from across the lands. It is your girl, Miss Hope for Reality. Join me on my journey to financial independence by eliminating debt, creating multiple streams of income, and inspiring others to dream again. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and hello to all of you new viewers out there. If you like what your girl is bringing to you, definitely be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Today, I want to talk about setting smart money goals. Some of you may have heard of the term SMART goals, which is very, common in the productivity space. But I know when I first came across SMART goals, it was a fundamental piece that we had learned in our studies in social work. When you're working with clients and you're setting goals with them, you want to make sure that it's kind of done in this framework, whether it be, counseling services, programming, things of that nature. When you're, being a service of people and you're trying to get them from one place to the next, it's best to frame it out in the structure of a SMART goal. And I found that learning that, in my studies as a social worker, that this has and can be applied to different areas in our life other than just mental health. And so today I want to apply the SMART money goals to our money. So what is a SMART goal? So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So when you set a goal, you want to make sure that your goal has each of these components in it, because it makes it more tangible and very more plain to see on how you're able to get from writing the goal down to actually achieving. So let's start with specific. When you set a specific goal, it is referencing the what and the how. So when I say, for example, I want to make $10,000. That's not specific to the point where I know what I want to make, but you also want to identify how or in what way is this going to kind of happen. So if I say I want to make $10,000 in my business, that's a little bit more specific. Or you can say I want to make, an extra $2,000 on the side from side hustles, or I want to save $500 a month from my income at my job. So to me, when you are being specific, you're kind of identifying the what it is that you want to do and how you plan to do it. The next is measurable. Now with setting SMART money goals, it kind of makes it easy because we have those numbers to kind of measure it out. We know how much we want to make. So that $10,000 is there. And we know, did we make the $10,000 or did we not? Or how close are we to that $10,000? You want to make sure when you are setting that SMART goal that it is measurable in some way as you're gradually, working that goal out to actually be achieved. You want to be able to measure your progress and measure where you are to where you are going. And next is achievable. Now, I don't want you to feel like setting achievable goals mean you have to limit yourself and you can't think big or go big with your goals. That is not the case. You want to set an achievable goal where it is like the next level or a stretch from where you were starting. So let's say, for example, you're in poverty or you face poverty. A good stretch from that goal is, I want to go from poverty to be able to meet my basic needs without any, welfare or financial assistance. That you're going from a place where, you're dependent on different services to help meet your needs to the point where I'm able to meet them on my own. Now that's a stretch and that's a jump, but it can be achievable in different aspects. It's something that you can strive for to kind of get to that next level. So again, that's the same thing, if I use the business example, if I'm currently making $0 in my business, it may be a stretch to go for that 5 or 10K, goal to create revenue in my business. And so that's kind of what you want to think about when you're thinking of achievable goals. Think about where you are today and where you would like to be. That's that next level that's also going to stretch. Relevant. So relevant is setting goals that are aligned with who you are and your purpose. And to me, this is so important because I know I have set goals in the past. I thought like, yeah, I was really pumped up and wanted to achieve this goal. And I found out later on down the line, you know, sometimes the line with really what I wanted. It looked nice and pretty for somebody else. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go after that too. But once I started to work on that thing and do it, you know, it just lost interest. So you want to make sure that you are setting goals that are aligned with who you are and what you truly want. You know, not looking at what everybody else has going on and then just wanting to, you know, feel like that's something that you want to do. Really take time and get quiet with yourself and identify what is it that I want for my financial situation, or, you know, if you want to apply this to other areas of your life, to make sure that it's really aligned with you so that you can stay connected with what you're trying to do. And then last but definitely not least is time bound. Now, this is something that is not brand new. If you think about other areas in your life, there's a lot of areas in our lives that are time bound. Our bills are time bound. If you're in school, you have assignments that are time bound. If you work for anyone, there's going to be a project or something that's going to be expected of you that is time bound. So you want to make sure that you're doing that for your goals as well. And creating a time bound goal, which is basically that deadline, that end date, it creates a sense of urgency, in a sense of, you know, it needs to get done. And so that's how you want to put your mindset in of this goal. This is something that needs to get done, because if you don't put an end date on it, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to achieve it whenever. And if you have a whenever type of goal, it's never going to get anywhere. And that's with anything, you know, in our lives. You know, if we think about school, if we think about our bills, oh, that whenever bill. If they told you you can pay your bill whenever, you think you're going to pay it like, oh no, I don't have to pay it today. So versus you have to pay this bill on this date, and if you don't, this is what is going to happen. We need to make sure that we're setting our goals up in that same type of framework so we can make sure that we're actually achieving them and getting them done. And creating a time-bound goal does that. So that is pretty much it for setting smart money goals. And at the end of each video, you know, I like to give you an action plan on what you can do after sitting here and listening to this information, because remember, applied knowledge is power. I don't want you to sit here and get all of these good nuggets and do nothing with them. I don't want you to just feel good, but I want you to do good and move forward and what it is that you want out of your life, because you can do it when you know, put that full work into it, when you put action steps in front of it. What you can do is I actually created a smart money goal sheet that you can download. You can find in the description box, where it will have, you know, the acronym laid out for you and give you a nice little template where you can actually write down and lay out your goals and make sure you're having those clear components of a SMART goal in it, because a goal that is not written isn't real. Next is, I would like you to identify just one money goal that you would like to work on this year. Just identify one and really, you know, hone in again. Make sure it's relevant to you. Make sure it's connected to what you want and your purpose, because just don't set any old goal. I really want you to connect and kind of get quiet with yourself and identify what is that one important money goal for you. And then last but not least, fill out that sheet. So when you download the Smart Money Goal Sheet, you can either print it out or you can type directly into the document. If you don't want to print it out, you're able to like directly type into that document and save it. So definitely, you know, download the document, identify that one money goal you would like to achieve, and fill out the sheet. So I hope this was truly helpful, and I hope setting SMART goals is something that is going to be easy for you and you're able to apply not only for your money, but definitely other areas into your life. Until next time, dream, believe, and achieve.